and welcome back to the Stress Less Career Show, the show where we help really give you tips and tools so that your career can be more enjoyable and stress-free. Today is I cannot believe it, the 8th episode of the show. We've made it. I wonder how many more we can do, but I'm so excited to have Anna Sommer on the show today to talk about social media. This month, we're really focusing on marketing ourselves. That's our theme. And who better to have on the show than Anna?
Hello. Thank you, first of all, so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be here and to help share any tips and tricks that I can with your audience. And congratulations on eight episodes. That's awesome.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you. So if you don't know Anna, Anna and I actually met, wow, it's probably been a while now, maybe a year, a few months, like going on a year, somewhere around there. We met at a local women's networking group here in Philadelphia. And of course, we exchanged Instagram handles and social accounts, and I was just blown away at what she's been able to do online across the board, social, on her website. And so I thought, okay, Anna, what can I do to get her to the community to share her best tips and her tools to, really take marketing yourself on social to the next level? So I'm curious what your thoughts are and what you wanted to share with the community.
Absolutely. No, I love getting this question because I think, often with social media, there's so much information out there. It's overwhelming. And it's really easy to get wrapped up in the details and how many times you need to post and how many hashtags you need to use. And to me, it just sucks the fun out of it. Instagram, especially, I'm a huge Instagram fan. A lot of people out there also enjoy Facebook or Twitter, or YouTube even. But for me, Instagram is jam. I've always loved being creative. Like since I was a little kid, the first business I started was like a scrapbooking business. So whenever social media came about, Instagram was like a digital scrapbook. And so I was all for it. And then I too fell into the trap of getting, I have to post every day. What is the peak time to post? Oh my God, I don't have any content. I don't have anything to say, but I need to post anyways. And it was just like so stressful. So my main tip is to keep it fun. If it gets to that point where you're just so wrapped up in posting for the sake of posting, it's not authentic. It's very unauthentic, and people are very smart, and people catch on to that you're just posting to stay relevant, and it's not actually coming from the heart. So before you go to post, really just ask yourself, like, who is this helping? Is it helpful, and where is it coming from inside? Is it like the head up here where it's, I just need to say something? Or is it really coming from the heart and it's actually going to impact somebody? Because that's the most, I think, profound social media, like posts and things that you see out there. Not that every post has to be like this mind-blowing philosophical journey, but I mean, you can keep it lighthearted and fun, but just don't get so wrapped up in the scheduling of it.
Well, it's interesting that you say that too, because, immediately what I thought when you said, like, when we get up in our heads and how many times we have to post a week and all of this, we end up, we're posting for the sake of posting, but we're not actually providing value to our community. So that actually might be a detriment. I mean, would you say a detriment to, like, if you're looking to gain followers and connect with people and build relationships?
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, people are very smart, and people also want to follow things that resonate with them. So whether that is like lighthearted and fun things, or it is this more like, personal kind of journey that you're walking on, or if you are providing value, as a business, like with this show, for instance, there's so much value that can be added one's day, but there's also a flip side of that coin where, you're just kind of like trying to stay relevant and just got to get something out there. And that just doesn't work. Like you said, it can be really detrimental because who are you attracting at that point?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I usually say to my clients, it's like, yes, if you're like out on a boat and there's a beautiful photo and you just like have to take advantage of the moment, do that spur of the moment photo, but, or on the beach or wherever you're at. But if you can really plan out the value that you're going to provide to your community. I know for even just for this show, right? This month is all about marketing, and that really helps create that value. But I'm curious too, because when we look at your website and your Instagram and what you've done for your clients, a lot of your work has to do with taking great photos. And so do you have any advice on, maybe what we can do at home, or, how we might find a good professional to work with, or, yeah, the whole nine yards?
Yes. I've definitely been there. That's one of the reasons why I went into photography. When I made that transition to going into full-time photography, I said, I'm not doing weddings. I'm not doing newborns. I am strictly sticking with social media. So I work a lot with entrepreneurs and with bloggers, influencers, and brands to help them up-level their content on social media to kind of help alleviate that stress and alleviate the Insta boyfriends and the Insta husbands out there from I can't tell you how many times my husband, bless his heart, I've handed him a phone or a camera and been like, take my picture. And he's just like rolling his eyes.
No, yeah.
So that's kind of where I come into play. Or there are, I wouldn't say a lot of specific to social media type photographers, but that's really where I've kind of found my groove. And I just love creating that content and working with those creative individuals. Like I said, I've definitely been there where I'm trying to take this amazing selfie and it's very hard. So for that, I would recommend there's actually, you can buy them on Amazon. If you are using an actual camera, it might work with an iPhone too, now that I think of it. But it's this little remote version, basically. So you can set a timer. You can click the remote. It works up to 10, 20 feet away. Probably not 20 feet. I wouldn't, yeah.
Just do your research when you go on Amazon. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, don't quote me on this, but you can click the button and then pose away, and you can delay the timer to go off 3 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever it is, and you can take a few shots that way. I've had to do that many times when there's no one else around. I'm can't train my dog to take a photo, unfortunately. So,
and sometimes the tripod and the button kind of situation is better than handing. I know with my partner, sometimes it's just better. Just don't. I'm tired of blurry photos. Do you have any tips for a quick tip for maybe if I am out with if I'm one of my viewers or out with their partners or with their best friend and they want them to take a photo? Any recommendations for when you hand them the phone for how to take a good photo?
Yes. So a lot of people want to take their photos from this top down angle, and maybe that works for you. Because they think it can be slimming. Normally just as straight on as possible. And this is the hardest thing for my husband, bless his heart, is just holding the camera straight. Or the phone even. Sometimes every photo I look at, I'm like, why am I the Leaning Tower of Pisa? He's talented like that. We're working on it. But yeah, I would say whenever you just be very clear in your direction, because I think a lot of times if you do work with photographers a lot, you kind of want to let the person behind the camera kind of take over and direct you. And our Insta hubbies or our Insta friends, a lot of times they're not those pros. And so just be clear in your vision, maybe for what you want. And don't be afraid to take several. Just say, hey, here's my phone camera, whatever. Take 5 photos, and in those 5 photos, hit different poses. Practice in the mirror if you need to, whatever works for you. But yeah, the more you do it, the more comfortable you feel. And honestly, if you feel silly whenever you're out and about taking photos, no one cares, okay? You're just all up in your head. And so I have to tell so many of my clients this, I'm no one's actually paying any attention to us. Everyone's wrapped up in their own stuff. So have fun with it.
I love that. And so we're wrapping up. We have about 30 seconds before Instagram cuts us off. But if you're feeling stressed out in your career, don't forget that if you go to workyoulovenow.com/free gifts, you can grab your free guided moving meditation to de-stress. And Anna, with 10-15 seconds left, where can we find you on social?
Check me out at Anna Laura Sommer. That's Sommer. See you there.
Bye, guys.